Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or indeed good evening, depending on when you are watching. I'm James Innes, the Jobs Guru, and today I'm going to be answering Jules' question about the pros and cons of fixed-term contracts versus standard full-time employment. No, this isn't Jules. So, today's question is from Jules in Stoke-on-Trent. Dear James, is it better to stay in a full-time role on less money or take a chance on a bigger pay rise on a fixed-term contract? I have been given an opportunity to move into another position within my company, but it would mean switching to a fixed-term contract. I am worried that at the end of it, I will be left unemployed, as I've been told there's no possibility of extending it in this role. I'm looking to get a mortgage this year, so the extra income would help, but the contract may work against me. What are the fors and against of fixed-term versus full-time employment? Thanks. Okay, well, Jules, in Stoke-on-Trent, how about we rephrase this question in terms of, just pop it down there, I hope it doesn't blow away. How about we rephrase this question in terms of identifying what is most important to you at this stage in your life and your career? Is it money or is it stability? Yes, the money might theoretically come in handy in terms of buying a house or a flat, but I would think most mortgage lenders will be rightly rather concerned about you having left a permanent role to take up a fixed-term contract. From their point of view, I think they would prioritise stability over the additional money. You don't see how much extra money we're talking about, but I think it's unlikely to be a vast amount if it's within the same company, and most unlikely to be enough to justify the risk. Because yes, there is a definite risk that you could end up unemployed, and any lender will know this. Yes, George, it's a very loud aeroplane. I'm often the first to say, go for it, but in this case you have to ask yourself, what have I got to lose? And the answer to that question is your ability to take out a mortgage this year. Even if you can get a mortgage, it may not be on very favourable terms, wiping out any increase in your earnings. And if you find yourself unemployed for a while at the end of this contract, then that mortgage could rapidly become a weight around your neck. Bottom line, if you think you'll end up bitterly regretting a missed opportunity, then try to weigh that up against what you might end up bitterly regretting if you do in fact take up that opportunity. Every decision has its pros and its cons. Hit that YouTube thumbs up if you agree with my answer, or thumbs down if you don't. And the final word on the subject of your legal rights as an employee. As a permanent employee, you have certain rights, and these don't necessarily just disappear if you then move onto a fixed-term contract with the same employer. If you've been in continuous permanent employment with an organisation for more than 4 years and then move to a fixed-term contract with them instead, you will maintain those rights. They can't just be removed from you. The law is there to protect you. I would admit, though, that any protection will be fairly limited, given that you voluntarily took up the contract. But at the very least, the company will have an obligation to attempt to find you suitable alternative employment, and if they can't, to grant you redundancy pay. What do you think about all this, viewer? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, I'm always open to interesting new questions from my viewers, so if you have a workplace, jobs, careers, or employment-related question for me, then do please type it into that comment section below, and I may well feature it in a future episode of this show. And if I do, then one of my limited edition collector's item Jobs Guru coffee mugs will be yours. I know you want one. You know you want one. I think George might want one, actually. And now, Jules in Stoke-on-Trent, well, she has one. Thank you for watching today. Keep safe and be well, my friends. Goodbye.